Techie Brezza, the city bred SUV.
Well, it's Saturday night, and this week in the IPL was built up as rivalry week. You can understand why, with MI taking on CSK tomorrow. There's a bit of rivalry that's also going on with KKR and LSG, multiple themes. Perhaps nobody just took attention to the Punjab Kings and the Rajasthan Royals, who actually might give us the game of the week. The Royals have already shown us that they could go all the way and yet slip and drop points. Punjab Kings can do anything. They're still to win 2 on the trot, and the two meet at Mullanpur in a really significant game. So on Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPN Cricket Info Timeout, as I welcome Tom Moody back to his
corner.
To his settled corner. That's his place, entitled place, where Mitch McClenaghan stood in so ably for him last
Yeah,
week.
I'm glad I don't have the responsibility of sounding intelligent now.
You did yesterday.
Really?
Yes. I mean, you did most days.
Did you
even
win?
more.
Did you win yesterday?
No, of
Do you
course
know what
not.
happened yesterday? Do you remember his pre-season outrageous pick?
Yes. The Fraser McGurk.
Yes, and look what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
That seat is just... He wants you to congratulate him.
Thank you very much. Cheers, thanks. No, it was a great pick, really, wasn't
Nervous?
it? Yeah, a bit clammy, actually. A bit clammy, because I need to get some impact zone points today. And, yeah, I'm hoping the Northern Derby's going to bring that back for me.
Yeah, okay.
50 points for that. That was impressive. So I'd imagine when we get the leaderboard up, I'll be in the lead.
I've just been told by a producer that it's 20 points.
Oh, okay.
Can I say that's incredibly generous?
It's a good day to shake Tom's hand. He's just undergoing a bit of a, slightly under the weather, so he might just give you plenty more than his good wishes.
He'd love that.
Wasim, very good evening to you. And when you were with the Punjab Kings towards the end of the season last year, Sam Curran came in as captain. We were very impressed with him. One of those games at the end, I think, was Rajasthan. I don't know if Shikhar was back for that one. But Sam Curran was an excellent captain. Today, Sam Curran is captain. There's no Shikhar Dhawan. Tell us what's happening, Wasim.
Well, he's found an eagle, isn't it? So
yeah, but it's a nice chance to look at Sam Curran, the captain, again. Who knows? Maybe
last year he led well. He led for 3 games and we won 2 out of them. So he manages the bowlers really well, and obviously the team performed well. So and he's led in hundreds. I think he's led in NatWest T20s. So he's had a bit of experience. So yeah, we'll see the change that he makes today.
There is a lot going on. Clearly, the niggle or whatever the under the weather categories, it's flying across the IPL. Both teams with multiple changes. Today, we will not see Joss Butler, Shikhar Dhawan, Ravichandran Ashwin, amongst a few others as well. What's going on?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure whether it's a flu that's going through some camps or whether it's just genuine injuries. I believe Shikhar's got a shoulder niggle, hasn't he? Which has put him on the sidelines. It can happen at times, and sometimes when it rains, it pours. And there's other times where you seem to sort of skip through a tournament and everything's fine apart from just general soreness. So it's a concern for both sides because this is a critical game for both sides. Obviously, more so for Punjab, but still Rajasthan, pre-tournament favourites along with Mumbai, slipped up last game. They'd like to get back on track as quick as possible. And like Punjab, they've had 2 games at home, won 1, lost 1. If they lose this one, they just slip a little bit deeper down that second half of the table, which is not a place you want to be.
Let's try and get you the best and latest team news that we can. There are lots of changes, so we're at work right now. But let's look at the Punjab Kings side. Atharva Taide, the Vidarbha batsman who actually played really well last year in the opportunities that he got, is a like-for-like replacement. He will be the left-hand batter at the top of the order to partner Johnny Best, who stays. It's a return to Liam Livingston, who missed the last 2 games because of injury, and he will come back straight in for Sikandar Raza. And as we look at this team, I don't see any other major changes. Rahul Chair continues to sit out as far as the result of the toss goes. Sanju Samson has said Rajasthan would bowl first, so I'm surprised that Ashutosh is not in the batting 11.
Yeah, I think he probably won't get an opportunity unless they have a collapse, and I probably see Rahul Chair might come in if things go well in the second half.
Wow, that surprises me to some degree. I mean, they've used Ashutosh in chases so far. But yes, I can confirm that he's not in their batting.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Yeah, that is really interesting. Because I thought Jitesh had an injury at training as well.
Yeah.
He got struck in the head, didn't he, and had sort of stitches. So he's obviously playing with those stitches. But that is strange because one of the two positives out of the last two games has been Ashutosh and Shashank. Seeing, the way they have, they pulled off the heist against GT and they nearly did it against Sunrisers.
100%, and you've got many options there that could have gone up the order as well. With Sam, so seen Sam Curran up the order, Liam Livingston as well, and Jitesh Sharma is probably a great opportunity for him to come in a bit earlier. So they've stuck with Prabh Simran Singh, which is a surprise. He's looked out of form. So for Ashutosh to miss out, that's quite significant.
I'm just sort of trying to look at their campaign so far, Punjab, and I think I wouldn't be wrong in saying this might be the first time that they are actually batting first. I'll just confirm that in a second because we're trying to see whether normally Arshdeep Singh has a ball and then moves out and the extra batter comes in, who has been Ashutosh. But we wait and see if this is something that they are going to persist with. Atharva Taide, though, from your experience of working with him last year, looks the part?
Yeah, I think he played, whatever the opportunities he got last year, he did well. I think he had a couple of 60s in high-scoring games, and he was striking at 160. So he knows what he needs to do. I'm guessing he'll probably bat at number 3. Prabh Simran might open with Bairstow. He's a good, solid player. Small little guy, but he packs a punch. So he'll be happy that he's got an opportunity again.
Yeah, we'll wait and find out whether it is Atharva and Bairstow or Prabh Simran and Bairstow with Taide at 3. We've seen Sam Curran at 4 in the past. I wonder if that'll change with Liam Livingston returning. It's an important player for him to come back at this stage.
Very important because he started to show signs of the Livingston that we know and respect in the way that he can just turn a game on its head. So a good return for him. I'd imagine he'll still remain in that position and sort of be set to bat the back 10 overs. And Sam Curran will be there to be that sort of anchor to guide those middle overs to put themselves into a strong position.
Okay.
I would like Jitesh to probably come in after Sam Curran. That's something I've talked about. That's where he did so well last season and he came into the reckoning. He's been delayed much after Shashank Singh, even Liam Livingston. So that's something I'm quite interested to see.
Yeah, I'm just going to just scratch my head for a little time in this pre-show today because we're trying to make sense of Ashutosh Sharma not being in that team. Let's look at the Rajasthan team. Now, there are injuries, we understand that. But the changes that they've made, Sanju Samson said at the toss, there are 5 to 6 players that we don't have available today. So this might just hit you a little bit because there's no Joss Butler. You expect him to be such a steady force in those 11s, whether they bat or bowl first. Rovman Powell features for the first time. They name a full complement of 4 overseas while bowling first. So Keshav Maharaj, Trent Bolt only bowled the 2 overs in the last game. Jaiswal's on the bench. So you can almost assume that Jaiswal will be the impact sub. So their bowling options, Kuldeep Sen, Avesh Khan, Bolt. The off and leg spinner combination will remain with Kotian, who came in as a replacement for Adam Zampa, and Yuzvendra Chahal, as well as Keshav Maharaj. There will be no additional bowling that will come through, and they are bowling first. Yeah, that is the team. Right.
Bit surprised that they didn't just go like-for-like swap with Tom Kohler-Cadmore.
Yes.
He's an explosive opening batsman. He's been in fine form over the last 12 to 18 months, and he's a very accomplished opener in this format. So they've gone with Rovman Powell, which means there's a lot more pressure on that back order. But it's an interesting one. He would have been first off.
I think the straight question is what's 1, 2, 3 when they bat. Now there's no Butler.
Yeah.
So Jaiswal will come in. So will Samson open, and will Parag now bat 3 instead of 4? And will everybody just
That's
go
what I mean.
position up?
It's a bit bizarre.
It changes quite a bit, doesn't it? When your top 4 is...
Dhruv
might
So
go to the
Jurel,
top.
who's hardly had a hit, who's been batting at 7.
You might find him at 3, and as you said, Samson move up to the top.
Wow, Samson to open?
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very surprising because somebody who's done so well at number 3, you're pushing him to open. And then everybody else bats at different numbers. So I'm
Well, we're not saying that's going to happen.
No.
Just
It
sort
could
of,
happen.
It could happen, yeah.
That's why Tom Kohler-Cadmore
But it's not a like for like, as Mitch says,
Yeah.
in terms of role.
Yeah.
When you make, your opening overseas batter is out, we take the opening overseas batter and not much else changes.
Would have made sense.
he'll be disappointed
Yeah.
at Kohler-Cadmore because he was selected on the basis that they see him as a direct replacement to Butler, because I think Butler may not be available for the whole IPL. Is that correct? I think he might right at the back end because of the World Cup.
Yes.
So they're thinking, well, he's the perfect swap, which he is, and here's the perfect opportunity to get him into the IPL and get him into a potential, some sort of potential form for when he does
potentially Samson seemed quite visibly frustrated that they had 5 or 6 injuries. So maybe he's part of that list.
He's one of them, yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's one of them.
Well, he's still on the impact bench, so at least
maybe
he can field if needed. This changes quite a bit for the Royals. Maybe Tanush Kotian is a like-for-like for Ashwin to such a degree that he'll also bat in the top 4.
Nah, I don't see him batting at 4.
Took a while.
Tell it straight, Wasim.
Yeah.
Tell it straight.
But Tanush Kotian is, of course, a very capable off-spinner and can bat. He had an excellent Ranji season with the champions, Mumbai. Wasim?
Yeah, he's somebody who's got 500 runs and 25 plus wickets, so he's coming from a very good domestic season. But he can bowl in the power play also. That is something which is strength in T20. Wonder if they'll use him like that, but yeah, he'll be relishing his opportunities.
If I may just go to a point of conversation, that Rajasthan have changed the overseas balance and now are going to field 3 specialist spinners, which Kotian certainly is, and you have Yuzvendra Chahal, who's just short of a milestone. We'll cover that in a second. And Keshav Maharaj, who just bowled a couple of overs in that thrilling game against the Gujarat Titans. But at Mullanpur, pace and spin, if we just tell you what's happening as a trend is developing with one of the most recent venues for the IPL, it made its debut. We're seeing 75% of the overs by pace, 23 wickets to pace, an average of 24 to pace, strike rate excellent, economy slightly on the higher side, spin, not quite the same impact, the economy is slightly lower, and Rajasthan have fielded 3 specialist spinners.
I think one of the reasons they're playing Maharaj is because Berger is still injured. I believe he's got a slight foot injury. Hence, he didn't play the last game and he's out this game. So it's not a long-term thing, but it's something they're managing. So, and in their overseas backup, they don't have that alternative pace.
Yes.
Overseas
and it
pace
looks like
option.
Sandeep Sharma continues to remain
and he's also injured. Yeah.
Wow. So they're actually running short on stock, which is perhaps why Samson has
That's why he's frustrated.
made the point.
Yeah. Because if Sandeep Sharma was fit, they'd only field 3 overseas players probably, and have an overseas batter in their impact subs.
Yeah.
For when they bat second.
This is why I like Punjab Rajasthan games. I'm telling you, weird stuff happens when these 2 teams play.
Yeah, it's like a Rubik's cube. You've got to sort of work it out, isn't it? Sort of.
Yeah, this is going to be the game of the tournament so far today. Anyone willing to accept my statement?
Oh, we don't have a choice. You're sitting in the main seat.
I'm saying we're going to get a super over today.
Meeting.
It's my outrageous pick. I will not make another one. Super over is going to come today.
Super over.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to be here for a long time with whatever 14, 15 players that are fit in Mullanpur today. All right. All this slightly surprising team news somewhere takes the shine away from a player that we wanted to focus, break down, celebrate. He's just at the cusp of an IPL milestone. And Yuzvendra Chahal has just been terrific for them. Had a big role to play in both campaigns with the Rajasthan Royals, or 3 years now with the Rajasthan Royals, and is, of course, one of the IPL greats. We thought we'll just break it down for you. He's at 197 wickets, and he's right on top of the pile there in IPL history. He's 3 short of 200, like I said. Exceptional longevity for a spinner who didn't have the easiest places to bowl, as we know, Tom. But as we look at Chahal on the cusp of this milestone.
Well, that's the remarkable thing. You've got to sort of appreciate where he's bowled the bulk of his overs at Chinnaswamy, which everyone talks about is the hardest place to go. Even the home team can't even put together an attack to defend there, even though they let go of Chahal, a few years back, which was a surprise to us all. He's just a very, very clever bowler in that he reads the game very well and he reads what the batter's doing very well. I believe he's a very good chess player, isn't he? It's nearly like his bowling is nearly like a game of chess. You move that way and I'm going to move this way and take out your queen. Yep. He's very, very clever, and he just knows how to shut down overs and defend if someone's trying to take him on. And the huge advantage, which we were never ever thought of 15, 16 years ago when T20 started to come about, was that, spinners having such a dominant, position in the game.
Yes.
But what he does, he's very clever and he spins it both ways. So anyone that can spin it both ways and do it with clever disguise, always in the contest.
Yeah. While we continue this chat, might I also ask all of you to just tell us who you think Chahal had a better impact for? Who was it, Bangalore or Bengaluru, or was it Rajasthan Royals? It's been about 3 years now with the Royals, and he spent a lot of his time at RCB. So tell us where you think you enjoyed Yuzvendra Chahal's bowling more in the comments if you're watching, and I'll give you some numbers towards the end that'll perhaps tell you what the difference was. Yes, Mitch?
Yeah, because Tom made a really good point there in terms of he's tactically so good, and generally you would say leg spinners struggle against left-handers, and traditionally I remember watching him a lot at Chinnaswamy, and his ability to bowl that wrong in wide and take it even further, but still draw left-handers into an attacking shot and getting them to hit it straight up is probably the best I've seen. And that's what, every time he comes to the crease and bowls, I just love seeing how he moves batters across the crease, and he uses the wide line. He uses getting inside the arc. I think he's tactically or defensively very, very good. And on his day, attacking-wise, when the conditions suit, he's outstanding.
Well, his economy at 7.66 is ridiculous, given the amount of games he's played at Chinnaswamy.
Yeah.
It is really ridiculous in a positive way. It's just a remarkable career. And I hope he gets 3 today. You going to pick him?
I'll definitely pick him.
Let's see. Why are you asking them that? Who knows who's going to go first? Putting pressure on them. But I mean, as we continue to just have a look at some of his numbers also, it's amazing when Tom says that he's been such an effective bowler for so long, Wasim, when effectively leg spinners have 2 balls, don't they? So he's done way more to remain relevant. When a lot of leg spinners have had ups and downs and found themselves out of the IPL, there was an affinity to move towards all-round options as spinners. He's not one of those. But why is he still managed with perhaps just a leg spinner and a googly?
Well, he uses his sliders a lot more. And then when he sees the batters coming after him, then he bowls those slow leg spinners outside the batter's arc, and that has been very successful to him. But I personally feel he's not like a traditional leg spinner who uses a lot of wrist. He's more with the front of the palm.
Yep.
But like Tom said, he uses his mind really well. He understands what the batters are doing. And to left-handers, again, he doesn't use a lot of googlies. He just slides outside their arc, and he's been phenomenal. I mean, to play 10 years at Chinnaswamy and get those numbers, if you can say that the biggest blunder ever by RCB was to let him go.
Yeah, it seems more and more that is the case with each game and each passing season. Quick, RCB or RR, where do you think he's got the better numbers playing for which team? Across, not just at the venues, but
RCB for me.
RCB. Right, that's very good, very wise. Let's have a look at the numbers. Not much in the economy rate, strike rate for Rajasthan, but he played so much more for Bengaluru, played at the Chinnaswamy, and that's just extraordinary. You try and bring out 2, 3, and 4 at the Chinnaswamy, and it's not even close. And for Mumbai, actually, featured. Maybe for Mumbai also, they could have held on to Yuzvendra Chahal, and who knows what would have happened. Storm races.
Well, he would have won. He would have won some titles.
Well played. Well played, McClenaghan, well played. As if you weren't getting enough love from the RCB fans anyway. And as we look at perhaps batters that he enjoys bowling to, when you have such an illustrious IPL record, you tend to have the wood over a few batters in particular. So Mayank Agarwal, 6 times in 11. Quinton de Kock, 6 and 12. So you got 3 left-handers who've actually been very competent, in some cases exceptional IPL players. Suresh Raina is there as well. Samson with 5 and 16. That will not increase, at least for the time that he remains at the Rajasthan Royals. But 3 left-handers over there, and he's also dismissed Raidu, Pollard, Pandey, Hardik. These are good players. Good set of bunnies to have. No lower order batters or half and half players.
Oh, it's exactly what you want your key bowler to do, is take out the major threat in the opposition. So, wickets for lower order batters don't really count for much. You're needing your leading spinners or pace bowlers to take out the best players, and that's a fair list of players he's got. And the interesting part, which you touched on, is the left-handers. So there's no real bias to, him only really being effective as a wicket taker to right-handers against left-handers. He takes them both out.
Yeah,
Plus
on
the
that point, let's bring the numbers up to just illustrate what Tom's just mentioned. If you just look at the strike rate, 18 and 16, whereas most other prolific leg spinners, there is more of a gap in those numbers to left and right-handers, including the great Rashid Khan.
Yep, no, that's fair. Yeah. That's fair. I mean, that's why he's so good. We've talked about why. He's such a good defensive bowler. He's so smart. He's tactically better than a lot of those guys. So, I mean, it's just been a pleasure to watch him of late. I'm glad he's top of that tree in terms of IPL wickets. I just want to touch on you saw 4 dismissals of Pollard and Hardik Pandya, and quite often we saw with Nicholas Pooran how important it is to get those destructive type of players out early, and Yuzi's always been brought on to get those guys out early. And so to have a weapon like that in your side, when you bring them on, they get those destructive batsmen out. That's worth its weight in gold.
And I wonder how you plan against him, because that's something I'm sure Wasim Jaffer had to work with the Punjab batters in particular. Because as we look at how he's been successful franchise by franchise or against opposition, Punjab is right up there, 29 wickets to Chahal in his IPL career against Punjab, with an average of 18.8, economy of 8.2. I'm sure he was part of the discussions when your team, the Punjab team, played RR. How did those discussions go?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you play RR, Yuzvendra Chahal will be in your talk, and Ashwin, because those two guys squeeze in the middle overs. And the good thing about Chahal is relishes the big moments. He doesn't shy away. He wants to bowl those tough overs, and no reason that the bunnies that he's got, those are the big players. He turns the game, and it's really, really unfortunate not to see him play any World Cup, any T20 World Cup. For somebody to perform day in, day out, year in, year out, to not have played India, especially in the World Cup, is really, really unfortunate.
Okay.
Yet,
yeah.
Yeah. You'd still put him second to Rashid Khan on an all-time great leg spinner list for the IPL, somehow?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Rashid sort of leading the pack there.
Anyone?
Amit Mishra also has got a great record.
Yeah.
Old Mishy is still running around, isn't he? He's in Lucknow squad, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's got a great record.
Okay. Will he have it slightly harder at this new venue? Yuzvendra Chahal will play an IPL game at Mullanpur for the first time. We just brought up the numbers between pace and spin there, and just the impact that swing bowlers have had. It's been quite an entertaining ground to watch cricket from, actually. Just from a visual standpoint, when the ball's swinging, there's a bit of bounce. You also see batters get value for the shots, and an economy of 7.47 for pacers in the power play at Mullanpur this season, an average of 21.5, and that is right on top. It's early days, Wasim, but it's a nice venue for bowlers to start off with.
It has been, yeah. I mean, the ball swings, the fast bowlers are in the game, at least at the start. The finger spinner hasn't got much purchase here, but wrist spinners might come into the game. But it's been a good, watching a few games here at the Mullanpur.
Yeah, Trent Bolt will have to try and maximize his 2 overs in the game then.
Well, I'm just saying, we his 2 overs. Yeah, nice little dig at them, not bowling them last game. That was good from you. Well played.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We probably should get to the impact zone quite quickly because Boldy's going to get a wicket in the first over.
Oh, okay. Let me tear all this apart then, and let's just go straight to it. Shall we?
Apparently so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Impact zone. There we go. Each expert picks 3 players, batter, bowler and a wild card. As per ESPN Cricket Info Smart Stats, the impact points will determine who wins at the end of the day, and that winner on our panel gets 3 points in their season tally. As we look at how the leaderboard's going so far, I hope you've been following that Tom and Mitch have all sort of been, they're doing well, one of the other. And we've got an up and down list. Deepdas Gupta, who in his brief appearance has actually done quite well.
Has gone down?
Tom at second, Varun Aaron's there, Wasim Jaffer, very little between them. Mitch McClenaghan.
Had a few other predictions as well that came in. So how have I only got 20 points? That's disappointing. There'll be an inquiry.
Your season prediction will come.
Okay.
Don't worry, these
that's
numbers
a
will
wild
change.
card. Okay.
Basically, the end of the tournament, whatever we feel like, we just put there.
So I'm at the bottom.
There's never been a time that he hasn't complained when that table comes
It's a long
up.
tournament.
Okay, so I'm at the
Let's see
bottom
if
of
it
that
goes.
table. I'll pick first, and I'll go with bowlers,
hang on a
and I'll
sec.
go
No,
Trent
no.
Boult.
No. Over to you, Chairman.
Oh my, I hate this. And I didn't have this problem when you two were, only one of you two were on the show with me. I will decide as thus, because Tom is back today and Mitch wants to go first, I will give it to Wasim.
Yeah, that's it. And go this way for jumping the gun.
But I will ask Wasim to start
What do you
with
want to pick?
batters.
Batters.
Yes.
I'm going to go Jaiswal.
Oh, okay, from the impact bench.
Yeah.
All right. Mitch McClenaghan.
Batter, I'm going to go Trent Boult. He's going to go up the order.
That I will, yes.
No, I will go. I'm going to go Sanju Samson.
Very well. Tom.
Can I have a quick look at the Rajasthan list again? Because there's been a few changes.
Lots
Yes,
of
sir.
changes. Lots of
Yeah,
changes.
I'll go with. I'm going to go with Prague.
Right, Parag for Tom Moody.
Parag.
Mitch, who did you say you went with? Samson. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So you got 3 Rajasthan batters there. Right, bowlers, Mitch.
I'm going to go Trent Boult.
Very well.
Mate, there's other bowlers playing today. You've got lots to pick from.
Tom.
Is it my turn? Is it?
It is.
Nervous sitting here. I'll go with Rabada.
Rabada, certainly likely to bowl his 4 overs than Trent Boult, I must say. Wasim.
I'm going to go Arsh.
Arshdeep Singh for Wasim Jaffer. And now for the wild card, Tom. Would you like to see the team again?
Yeah, please.
Please help Mr. Moody out. We all need some help today with the amount of changes that have been
There's been an enormous amount of changes. I'll go for Chahal to celebrate the fact that he's going to get 3 wickets to go to 200.
Excellent, excellent, Tom. Wasim?
I'm going to back Bairstow today.
All right, Wasim is going for Johnny Bairstow, who's opening the batting as we speak.
I am going to go. I'm going to go Livingston.
Liam Livingston. And since I'm also enjoying myself here and trying to just make you guys look silly by picking 3 after all of this and just hoping not to finish last, by the process of elimination, I will go with Shashank Singh, their best, most informed player, Sam Curran, captain today, and player of the match, I think, or excellent all-round display last time these two teams met. And because I'm backing Punjab, I'm going to stick to a Punjab player. Can I see the Punjab team one more time, please? Let's have a look at the Punjab team. And may I now see the Rajasthan team one more time, please?
You don't want to go Harshal Patel?
Let's split it up a little bit.
Dhruv.
Kuldeep Sen. Kuldeep Sen.
Okay.
Interesting. This should be fun. There's no way I'm winning this. Look at my 3 now when I look back at them. Right, time for an outrageous prediction and a first inning score. Tom.
First inning score, I think, is going to be 177. Outrageous prediction is that Johnny Bairstow is going to get out for less than 12 balls.
I'm going to instruct the editors and the social media guys to clip all your 12 ball predictions into one. And I think it'll be a great reel that we can make.
All right.
And your pick is Johnny Bairstow, Wasim.
Yeah,
so how do you feel about that? You can give me your prediction and first inning
That's what
score.
he's been doing.
Maybe
most
you can
of
say
the-
he's going to get a 50 or 15 balls. That'll be even better.
Now that he's said, I'm hoping Johnny Bairstow will have a good day.
Make that an outrageous prediction. He's going to get 80 or 90 or 70 of 30.
80.
80. All right. 80 for Bairstow. Good enough. First inning
I'd
score,
celebrate that.
195.
195.
Outrageous prediction is Trent Boult's going to bowl more than 2 overs.
That is not, unfortunately, that still doesn't qualify as outrageous.
Okay, outrageous prediction is Hetmeyer will win the game with 30 not out.
That's not outrageous. He's
Is
a
it not?
batter.
He's batted twice.
With 30 not out.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's good
No,
enough.
that's fine. I'll go
Every
something.
single
I'll
thing
go
of that
something.
has to work. Hetmeyer has to win the game.
I will go.
He has
Yeah.
to get 30 not out.
Okay, we'll go with that.
All of that has to
With
work.
how many sixes?
And it'll be at a strike rate of 180
82.
plus. 180 plus.
Okay.
Is that enough parameters for you?
That's good.
And you gave me a score, did you? Because you said so much, I forgot.
Yep. 191.
Very well. Thank you, gentlemen. This is going to be the super over, remember. So make sure you stay with us right through the day. We pick up the chat at the end of the Punjab innings. So many changes. So fascinating how things work out for both Punjab Kings and Rajasthan Royals. And pick up the chat on Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPN Cricket for Timeout. Do download the mobile app if you haven't already. Have you covered with everything happening from the IPL? I'm sure we'll find out more on our live report on what's causing all these changes and who's fit and who's not, etc., etc. The Cricket for mobile app is where you need to go. We'll see you at the end of the Punjab innings.
All new hot and techy Brezza, the Citybird SUV.